say, you got on all white today. Different from me, right? And what I'm talking about today is Easter Summer Reminder. Easter Summer Reminder. A lot of times we wait until Easter, a lot of times to talk about what Jesus went through for us. But we need to have a daily reminder of what he's done for us and what he is still doing for us right now. And I got something in front of you. You see a container with water in it, and you see a sponge. And I'll get to this right now. And what I want you to do is just kind of keep an eye on the sponge throughout. Just watch, see what it does. And all I'm gonna do is just place it in here just like that. That's all I'm gonna do, that's it. Just keep your eyes on it. But also listen to the word of God. Easter, a special celebration of the death and burial and resurrection of Jesus Christ. We as believers and saints should celebrate our Lord and Savior every day. This world, man has placed a money thing on Easter, just like Christmas. How much more can this world do to make it off of Easter? Basically, man will go around and whatever can kind of be marketed sometimes. I'm just using Easter in this term here, but it's whatever can kind of be marketed to make money, they want to do that. And so we have to be careful for the main reason that we celebrate some things. We have to keep it in perspective. Amen. Because a lot of people just basically want to make a dollar bill. I want you to turn your Bibles to it. I'm going to give you some verses, but I may not read everything, but I'm going to let you know where it's at. Matthew's, basically I'm going to be talking between Matthew 26, 27, and 28. 20, Matthew 26, chapter 27 and 28. I'm going to start at 26 and 38. When you say that, say amen.
Amen.
How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good. I know all those teachers probably enjoyed their first week back at school here in Orange County. Got treated right and all that good stuff. Let us start reading 26 and 38. Then said he unto them, my soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and praying, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. And he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and said unto Peter, what could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. When it says sorrowful, that's like your heart is broken, tearful eyes, unhappy, displeased, just feeling bad. Jesus, and this is referring to Peter, James, and John, those that he took with him. Now, how many, and I'm not going to say you, I'm going to say how many of us have people in our lives that we feel that we can count on? I think everybody has someone in here that they feel that they can count on to be there for them in a rough patch. Now, I'm painting a picture. Jesus, he knew what was before him. He knew that. But he got these friends to go with him and say, I just basically want you to just be there for me, support me. How many times have you have been disappointed when you really needed someone. And you really have, you've kind of pulled your heart out a little bit and say, man, you know, I can't really explain everything to you, but I want you to know that I just need you there. I need to know that you're there for me, support me. Now, Jesus, he had a relationship with these people, like we have a relationship with other people, but when he came back, he found them asleep. Now, some of your friends, they'll just get up and leave. You come back, they'll be gone. But the thing is, don't put your trust in man, but put it in God. Because, see, man will disappoint you every single time. They'll stay there for such a period of time, and then all of a sudden, they're gone for the hills.
Right.
And then you're wondering, what happened? What did I say? Did I wear the wrong deodorant or what's going on? My breath must smell bad. But people will disappoint you. In 74:26-74 says, then began he to curse and to swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. Now, we're talking about Peter here, right?
Yes.
But instead of Peter's name, put your name there. Now, you have been with me. We've been down tight. I mean, we've been going everywhere together, doing everything together. You know me.
Yes.
I mean, you even said that, man, you know, I'm not going to let them treat you like that. I'm going to stand up for you. I don't care what they say or do. Man, I'm not going to give. Let them come and try. I'm going to stand up. Do you have people like that in your life? Sometimes you found people like that in your same household that you live in.
What you say?
And that's really hurtful. Well, when things got rough and Peter didn't see a way out, like some people we know, they don't see a way out. Then they say, well, you know what? Man, I don't know him. No. Hey, the tape is wrong. It's not my voice. I know y'all get that on the way out, right? But the thing is that you know me. Why are you denying me now? But see, Jesus already knew. See, a lot of times when you have a close relationship with God, God will reveal things to you about people that you are surrounded with or be with. God will let you know where their heart is at if you're so tuned into God. And he knew that this is what Peter was going to do. He was going to deny him. Then Judas, which had betrayed him when he saw that he was condemned, he seen the light, repent himself and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders, and saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that? And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself. Now there's another person that was with Jesus, close to Jesus. Sometimes the ones that you seem very close to end up hurting you the most. So you have to make sure that you are rooted into God. To where when those things, I'm not saying might happen. I'm saying when those things happen, you need to make sure you're rooted into God where it won't shake you.
Yes. Amen.
Where it won't take away what you believe that you know is right with God. I mean, for 30 pieces of silver, I mean, was the money worth it? Sometimes ask yourself, was it really worth it to do what you did? Was it really worth it for you to say what you said? Could you have kept what you wanted to say? Was it the right timing? And then he goes and he didn't go to God to repent. He went to them. He wanted them to forgive him. See, a lot of times you done made a mistake, and you admitted to yourself that you made a mistake, and then you go into the wrong people to be forgiven. You made another mistake. It's compounded on top of each other. Now, different if he would have went to Jesus and say, Lord, it just overcome me. I needed the money. I wanted the money. But no, you going because you want the people that you gave the money to, you want them to make you feel good about what you done did that you know was wrong. You knew it was wrong. But you want them to take that mic off your bike and breathing hard where you can feel better about yourself. And when you did, they said, no, I'm not going to do that. Because, see, sometimes when individuals in your life get out of you what they feel they need or want to have, they kick you to the curb.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Let's just think about people that come out and speak in your behalf of stuff that you've said. And then all of a sudden, once you've used them up, you kick them to the curb. Then you get somebody else. Later on, you're going to kick them to the curb if they don't watch it. The thing is that Jesus knew all about this. And I can imagine how he felt. And the money, they didn't want no part of it because it had blood on it. So they say, you know what? We're gonna get this money and we're not mixing it with our other money. Basically, I'm not gonna mix it with the clean money. You follow me? We're gonna use this for the part of field. For those that can't afford to be buried, we're gonna use that to help them. But that's not even gonna touch the other money. But yet you're gonna push me out there to do something terribly wrong, and then you turn your back on me. That's a painful thing. People can change against you. In Matthew 27, 28, it says, and they stripped him. And I really love that out there what Shanice did.
Yes.
That speaks volume.
Yes.
And that is not even half of what Jesus went through. But it speaks volume. And they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. And when they had planted a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head, and a reed in his right hand. And they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews. When you have a chance sometime, read Isaiah 53 and 5. But see, they took and they just mistreated him. Can you imagine? And they spit upon him and took a reed and smoked him on the head. Now see, I didn't just put it on your head. I mean, I'm putting it on your head. And they have thorns. So guess what those thorns went when you put it on the head? The devil does not care about you. Any means necessary, he wants to destroy you and me. Jesus, they beat him. They whipped him. They hit him. They spit on him. But all of this for us.
Yes, thank you.
All of this for us. That's what I'm saying. It's not just Easter. We need to think about what Jesus Christ did for us all the time. Let it be a reminder that he suffered for us. He didn't do anything wrong to deserve this, but he did it for us. And we have the nerve sometimes to turn our back on him. After all what he did for us. Can you imagine being whipped and spit on? I mean, some of you now don't answer this question. In the Lord and in the church. Sitting in the church right now. Answer to yourself. How many of you right now would allow someone to just come and spit in your face?
What? No, I'm not going to do that.
Right here in the church. Now, wait a minute. We serve God. Are we serving? Are we serving God in here? Huh? Holy Ghost filled, Bible baptized, all that. I mean, all that stuff, feeling good, the songs. So that means that somebody comes spit in your face, it won't bother you, right? Because y'all in the right spirit. Y'all in the church house. But the thing is that the devil, circumstances will try to catch you off guard. Catch you at a vulnerable time where you would usually be strong in this, and then the temptations, the things come against you real strongly. Come against you, come against your family. But will you find yourself standing? Jesus still found himself standing. Through all of that suffering. Through all of that mixture. They marked and called him names. Now, when they talk about the scarlet robe, some say it was red. Some say it was purple. But, to me, that really don't matter. They put a robe on to signify that he was, king and, all this stuff. And they was marking him. But in a scepter in his hand, how many of us have been marked by people? How many of us have been hurt by people in the words that they use, and the words are not true? You know they're not true. But yet, you hold your peace. It said, I hold my peace and I let God fight my battles. But sometimes, the devil is so cunning and easygoing sometimes. And he'll come around a corner sometime and slap you upside the head unexpectedly and leave.
Oh, wait. He gonna slap you upside the head?
And then you gotta respond. How are you gonna respond? See, we gotta be ready at all times. Because if you don't have it in here, it's not gonna come out you. What you have in there will come out though. So we have to have the word embedded in us all the time, because we will be tested. We are tested, because those slaps in the head will come.
Yes, they will.
You don't have to think about it. In 27:31 it says, and after that they had marked him, they stripped him. This is the second time they stripped him now. They stripped him, they took the robe off from him and put his own remnants on him and led him away to crucify him. And as they came out, they found a man, a Cyrene Simmons by name. And him they compelled to bear his cross. And when they were come unto a place called that is to say a place of skull, Golgotha. They gave him vinegar of drink, mingled with galls, and when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. Now, when you talk about this, they had mingled with galls. They was talking about, how many of y'all seen wormwood?
What?
Wormwood. It's like wood, it has a lot of worms in it. Okay, well anyway,
That's nasty.
that was what they made that out of. This bitter, nasty taste, basically. You won't want to drink it. But that was what they were trying to give to our Lord. So what I'm saying to you is that sometimes when we are tested and being crucified by others, they're not going to treat you fairly. Going to continue to give you things that will throw you off track.
Yes, they will.
Just because they take you to a place to destroy you, there's still some other things that they have in their sleeve that they want to try. And so, Jesus, he did not drink this. It didn't taste good. Bitter. It was terrible. 27 and 35 says, and they crucified him and parted his garment. This is the third time. You see how many times they took his clothes off? Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They took his clothes off again. And they crucified him and parted him garment, cast the lots, gambling over his clothing, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophets. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. And sitting down, they watched him there, excuse me, and set up over his head his accusation written, this is Jesus, the King of the Jews. How humiliating that is. I'm a man. First you take my clothes off, then you mark me, you put me with some of your robe on to make me feel like a king or to make me look like a king. And then you take that off, and then you put my garments back on to march me through the street in the military again. And then when you take it at the cross, you strip my clothes off again. Again. But he did that for us.
Yes. Thank you.
For us. I mean, you see the love that he had for us. And don't talk about my Jesus. I know what he's done for us. When you're going through something, just think about what he went through for us. And he wasn't even guilty. But he did it willingly. How many of you are willing to suffer for God right now? Willingly. He did that. My God. Jesus, 27:50. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yelled up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent, entwined from the top to the bottom. And the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. And the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose, and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared unto many. Now when the centurion and they that were with him, watching Jesus, saw the earthquake, and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, truly, This was the Son of God. Oh, now you got it. Now you got it. And too late, now you got it.
After the
Too
fact.
late, now you got it. You know, your boss mess with you on your job, and then all of a sudden God bless you, and then they trying to put you down. Okay, now you got it. You follow what I'm saying? That husband or that wife that done did certain things, and then God stand up in you, and then they see that it's no winning other than to get on board. Now you got it. See, the thing is that they threw all they could at him. Can you imagine dying and the resurrection and people that's been dead for a while? People you know. And you were talking to attend the funeral. And then all of a sudden they walking in the church for the church service. How many of y'all will still be seated in here? I mean, that's the power of God, isn't it? Y'all, I'm sure y'all be happy to just sit by and buy one of them. You know, man, whew, this just feels good to sit back, brother. Man, you rose up from there. Hallelujah. Yeah, man, give me a hug. But the thing is that all that power, all that unspeakable power, so what says that we are heirs. So we can speak victory in our lives. No matter what we're going through, what we've been through, we have the victory.
Yes.
Didn't say it was easy.
No.
Now, where was I at here? Let me see. Okay, when 28:16. Then 11 disciples, they went away unto Galilee, unto a mountain where Jesus had appointed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him. But some doubted him. And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. All power.
All power.
All power. So when you were going through what you may go through or going through in life, just remember all power. You have nothing on me that my God can't deliver me from. Nothing. Nothing. Sickness. Mental health. Physical health. Finances. Broken relationship. All kind of things you've been called on your job, and sometimes you be called things at home. But all power.
All power.
Speak power over your circumstances. And watch God bless you. He'll bless you right out of it. I know he will. I know he can. He did something for my wife and I won't go into details about 3 weeks ago. And it was something that was pressing. And it was, let's just say it was a lot of something pressing. God did it in one day. One day.
One day.
I had to listen to him of where to go. One day. It's like, oh, we're waiting on you, Mr. Birdsong. That's God. You follow what I'm saying?
Amen.
That's God.
Yeah.
See, I'm not telling you something that I done made up. I'm telling you something that I know. Because see, like what Tanya experienced, how long has it been, Tanya?
4 years, August 30th.
4 years, August 30th. She came back. But see, I can relate to that. When I was in the 6th grade, going to the 7th grade, I had a head injury of a hairline fracture above my temple. I was hit 360. Pow! I coded twice going to the hospital. And they didn't think I was going to make it. But God. You follow what I'm saying? You're talking to someone that's been struck by lightning 4 times And it was witnessed once. And it was witnessed once by my wife. And another lady had seen it go through my head and come out my feet. Moved my feet and the pavement was burnt. And then recently, about a year and a half ago at the house, I was hanging out something I was watching. That was the fourth time. I was hanging out something I was watching. Shouldn't have been because lightning. Water, lightning, well, that goes good together. And I was struck, and my hands was together like this here. And the lightning was bouncing between both of my hands. I'm looking at it. I'm literally looking at it. One time I went through my side and went out of a building and blew up a transformer. That's God. You follow what I'm saying? That's God. One time I went through my hands. I seen it going through my hands. But that's God. See, I know it's a God. You understand what I'm saying? I know God is powerful. Because I have experienced it myself. Making up my dad's bed, fluffing out because he said he had a lump in the pillow, fluffing out a rattlesnake came on the floor. When we lived out in the country. Rattlesnake. I almost picked up a moccasin with my bare hand, and God just lifted me up.
In the pillow.
I was driving a car one day. I'm just telling you some of this stuff. I was driving a car one day going to school out there at Mid-Florida Tech. I don't know what it's called that now, but wherever it's out that way. And I was going too fast on the road, and a semi-truck was coming my way, and it was curves on the road. God literally picked my car up and moved it 50 feet over and set it down on the ground. That's God. Traveling in my car another time. My car went 360 about 20 times. And I seen that there was no way out, and I folded up, and I just started praying. My car stopped about 1 foot from an orange tree. Oh, wow. That's God. See, I know what I have. I know God had me here for a reason. I know He has me here for a reason. There's other stories that God has blessed me with. It's God. You follow me? It's God. God has blessed me more than many times. Many times. Because sometimes I didn't believe myself. Somebody else had to witness it for me. But that's God. A lot of people don't like to stand around when it's lightning.
I'm not. I will not. I will not.
And I understand that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Choking with sleep and picking my breath. But God brought me back. My wife witnessed that. But the thing is that God has something. He's not finished with me. You follow what I'm saying? He's not finished with me. I know He's not. Because it's been too many, I won't say close calls, it's been too many calls. Man, you follow what I'm saying? There's been a lot of them. But God is a wonderful God, and I praise Him. I praise Him. So when I talk about Jesus and what He went through, we ought to know that He did it willingly. All that pain, they whipping Him and pulling flesh away from His body. But He did it willingly. And you talk about your little suffering. You talk about your little problem. You talk about a little something that you're going through. You know, your wife, then she burnt the grits on you. You know what I'm saying? You upset by that. She ironed a hole in your clothes. I mean, you upset by that. What is that? What is that? That's nothing. We look at all those little things and we forget about the big things that God is doing in our lives. We all have breath. We can walk around, we can move our hand, we can praise God, we can sing glory to His name. We can. I know God is able. I'm talking about, remember, Easter summer. Because it's not just the Easter that you celebrate once a year. Jesus Christ, we should celebrate all the time. Because He's keeping all of us all the time. What if God just say, okay, you know what? I'm only going to help the Christians, how they serve me. Let's see here. I help them on Christmas Day. And I help them a little bit on Thanksgiving morning.
Oh, wow.
And a little bit on Easter. And I may even throw in Valentine's in there. And that's it. And then the rest of the time you're on your own.
Help us,
Now,
Jesus.
what if God treated us like we
Help
treat
us,
him?
Jesus.
Because, you know, I mean, we're white because, see, white, a lot of times, you go to church on Easter, you know, you're wearing white, a little yellow, a little light green, everybody looking pretty, wearing the hats and all this stuff. And people don't say, I want you to see what I got on. They just like, Pastor, did you need to see me? Now, they never come down to the front of the church. But they come down to the front of the church that day and say, Pastor, you need to see me? And you sit way in the back.
Ah!
Pastor didn't call for you.
I thought I heard the
Go
call
sit
name.
down where you normally sit
I heard
down.
you call my name. You call my name?
But see, we get tied up into the seasons and stuff. We need to break out of the seasons.
Yes.
We need to break out of the season and break out with God.
That's some good stuff.
Because that's where our help comes from.
Yes, that's
It's from
good.
Him.
That's good.
No other source.
Yes.
Because I guarantee you, when you need help, you're not down there praying, Lord, bring me another Easter soup. You're praying that God helps you
Yes.
through that trial, through that circumstance that
Yeah.
you're going through. Because I know that my God is able.
Yes, sir.
Now, what I want to say is, see, a lot of us don't realize when we're in sin.
Uh-huh.
Because sometimes it moves real slow. Now, if you've been watching the sponge, the water represents sin in this illustration. And the sponge represents your life and how close you play with the devil.
What you say? Oh, that's good.
Okay?
That's good. That's
And what
real
happens
good.
is that you up here playing with the devil, you floating on top, and it don't seem like nothing is going on.
All right.
Because you still afloat.
I
And you're
get it.
still alive.
What
So
you
nothing's
say?
happening.
That's
But
a good,
then,
yeah.
if you stay around sin long enough, it's going to draw you in.
Yes, it will.
It's going to consume you.
Yes.
And then you ain't going to have no way out.
Yes.
Because the devil will destroy you.
And you're drowning. Yes, sir.
Want to
Yes.
destroy you.
Yes.
And he's constantly round you trying to seek and destroy you.
Yes.
But he does it in a way where you don't even notice.
Now you're
So you don't
drowning.
even notice that you're going under.
Now you're
You're
drowning.
just thinking that you're floating.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you're gone.
What you
See,
say?
we got to keep it right, get it right now.
What you say?
Because my God is able.
Yes.
Your God is able.
Yes.
So you got to trust him.
Yes.
And all of your doing. And all of your doing. See, if you got some doings that you can't trust God, you shouldn't be doing those doings.
What you say?
I know y'all got that, grown-ups. You shouldn't be messing with it. It's like you've been taking your kids somewhere, and you say, I'm going to see blah, blah, blah. And, no, I want to leave the child home, because I don't want them. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't bring your child with you to the grocery store. Is it the grocery store where you going? Or are you going to another store to supply your needs? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh.
You're going to another store.
Another store.
So you saying you can't take your kids to that store. We got to serve God right. Because you can't fool him. Thank you. Amen.
Yeah. Yes, that's good right there.